Diane Derby. Rob is off tonight. This is new at 10. We have an update on the debt limit deal in Congress to avoid a potential default. The House committee has voted tonight to move the bill to a full House vote. That vote was 7-6 in favor. The House is now set to vote on the bill tomorrow. If it passes, it then goes to the Senate, then to President Biden's desk. So what does this mean for you? News 5's Maggie Bryan is joining us in studio to break it down. Maggie.
Diane, a debt ceiling bill is a must pass for Congress, or the nation faces defaulting on its debt. That could lead to a recession. We talked with a local economist today about how we got here and how it can impact you.
You never think these things happen in developed countries, especially the United States, and yet, they can.
The United States has reached its $31.4 trillion debt limit. Our nation has reached this point before, many times. The U.S. Department of Treasury says since 1960, Congress has acted 78 different times to raise, extend, or revise the definition of the debt limit.
We don't have the money to pay our bills.
Colorado Springs economist Tatiana Bailey says since the U.S. dollar is the world's reserve currency, many investors, foreign and domestic, see us as a safe haven to hold their money.
That is a constant inflow of dollars, basically capital, to the U.S. government, which enables us to spend money.
In turn, Congress can pass new programs with some of that money. However, Bailey says most of the time, the full return on investment for programs is hardly ever calculated.
That's kind of like the average household saying, I'm going to buy a $2 million house and a yacht, and I'll figure out later how to pay for it. It's not sustainable.
She says any decision to raise the debt limit is to honor what the nation has already said it would pay for. So what does this mean for you? Bailey says the proposed decision to extend the debt limit at the 11th hour could lead to higher interest rates on everything from credit cards to mortgage rates.
Foreign investors look at this and they're like, really? The U.S. government can't make decisions on how, on raising the debt ceiling and how they're going to pay their bills? And that increased our interest rate.
She expects the government likely will not let Social Security payments be affected.
There are just too many people that's their only source of income.
She says the same goes for military spending because it's not part of the discretionary spending on the table right now. Bailey says if Congress does not seal the deal by the deadline next week, pay for federal employees would be put on hold.
That would definitely push us into a pretty harsh recession. That's part of the reason it would be really serious.
U.S. Representative Brittany Pedersen of Colorado's 7th District sent News 5 this statement, saying in part defaulting on our debt would have catastrophic impacts on our economy, national security, and would result in the loss of more than 10,000 jobs in Colorado alone. She goes on to say we have to move forward with the deal we can get. We also reached out to Congressman Doug Lamborn's office for a statement, but we were told he was too busy today to comment. Congresswoman Lauren Boebert's team referred us to her Twitter for commentary on the debt ceiling. Earlier today, she urged Republicans to vote no on the deal, tweeting, "No sensible conservative can vote for this." The U.S. Treasury Secretary says the deadline to reach a deal is June 5th.